This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and today we're in Broomfield, Colorado. I'm here with the Book Kahuna. Since 2011, he has been a professional publishing consultant, helping folks across Colorado as well as across the country on the World Wide Web. Thank you for joining us here, Don. Why don't we start off, first of all, you began this, like you said, as a class project, but quite honestly, it was over a quarter of a century ago you got involved in this type of industry. You've worked in some rather big publishing houses with some rather big names and a little bit of everything in between. Share with us, first of all, how did you get this passion in publishing?
I began my career in publishing by accident. Like most people, I fell into it. I graduated from college in 1984 and had a degree in European history and English literature, and economy in 1984 was not great as it is now, and I was looking for something where I would be trained in like an apprentice type of situation. I started in New York. I worked 16 years in the New York publishing scene. I went back in 2009 because I wanted academic accreditation for what I was doing, and I decided to find an online program to get my master's in publishing science, and ended up graduating from Pace University in May 2012.
Obviously, we look back when you first started this, I believe that was the Yellow Pages in New York. Does the publishing industry even look the same now, 25, 30 years later, or has it really evolved, or almost not an evolution, but maybe a revolution in publishing?
It's completely different. When I started, we were doing paste up and stats, shooting, cameras, blues. Everything was totally different from what it is today. The revolution with desktop publishing, ebooks, direct to plate at printers, everything has changed. And I actually detailed a lot of this in my master's thesis, which I turned into an ebook that's available on Amazon for Kindle download.
The first thing I have to ask the question to the Book Kahuna would be, why books? I mean, we're talking about a printed book, ebooks. We're sitting in a library here. Obviously, the printed word is still popular. Why do you think that is? Why do you think people always enjoy reading a book?
It's the way that everyone gets their message across. There's nothing like an ebook or a print book. Your content is everything. And getting the word out, and using social media now to get your words out, using Twitter, Facebook, blogging, all can be turned into books or ebooks, and it's just an incredible time to be involved with the publishing industry right now.
So not only are the folks that are sitting around us right now enjoying a great book, but also the folks that have a story within them, something to teach and to share. This has to be kind of an exciting time for an independent author. Does technology, the World Wide Web, really create some great opportunities for those folks?
It does. And if you can first off, get your book together, and then get a viral response going on the internet using all of the social media networks, you can actually go it alone without having any kind of traditional publishing behind you to get have a successful ebook.
We're talking about going back to the entrepreneur of the day who started in a garage. We're talking about authors who can start in their garage as well. A lot of information out there for folks to help them along the way. Your blog that you've got on your website, what are you hoping to create there for folks, and what kind of discussions are you hoping to cover?
What I'm blogging about is everything that I think that, number one, independent authors would need to know to get their project through the process. But that's only one part of it. The second part of it is I also want to help people that are new to publishing or just getting into the publishing field to know how they can get to the corner office faster and use different ways to network with people inside the industry and really build a network of people that can help them move up within the corporate ladder at either the company that they're at or other companies when they move from company to company.
Speaking of moving from company to company, moving up the ladder, like you say, you're definitely there for the independent author, but you're also for anyone really in that whole industry as well. Share with us some of the places you've been able to work throughout the years.
I worked for McGraw-Hill. I worked for Random House. I worked for the Perseus Books Group, ABC Clio. New York Yellow Pages was my first stop. Gordon and Breach. I worked at many different publishers. It was a way to get ahead in New York. If you stayed at one publisher, you could expect maybe a 2% raise.
Sure.
And if you went from one publisher, you got the information that you needed as far as a learning experience, and then you took it and you went to another publisher. And that's how you could move up the ladder faster.
What is one of the biggest projects you've worked on in the past 20-some years?
Recently, when I was the production manager at ABC Clio, we completed the 21-volume, 4 million words World History Encyclopedia. And that was the largest single project in the history of ABC Clio.
Wow, that is amazing. Let me ask you, as a new author starting out, possibly the budget is low, is it pretty easy for them to throw some money out there, sometimes unnecessary, and does really large money output equate to quality anymore, and how does that work?
Large money doesn't equate to quality, it's smart money. It's where you place your money, it's the vendors that you work with, it's the people that have the information that can help you get your project completed. That's what you have to look for as a beginning author or an independent publisher. It's all about not using certain vendors that will just not complete what you need them to do for you. And the ordinary publisher, the ordinary author wouldn't have all the information of who they should work with, where they should go, what directions they need to take, how they might be able to cut corners or actually make a series of books and get lower costs because they're doing more than one book with certain vendors.
Obviously, Don, basically the print world is not going anywhere too soon, but obviously, like you said, the ebooks are very popular. Share with me what an enhanced ebook is and what does that give the viewer?
Well, enhanced ebooks would be where you could put, say, a video into an ebook, or you can have the ebook do a certain special, like a pop-up book almost, where you can touch it on the screen and have it make a motion or do something along those lines. They're great for children's books, especially, and also for reference publishers for a history book, because then you can actually take video of speeches by Churchill, Kennedy, put them into your ebook, and the student can watch while they're actually reading about the events.
So once again, interactive, basically being able to engage the viewer in one more way. And like you said, you basically have an ebook out there. Tell us one more time where they can find that.
My ebook is out on Amazon as a Kindle download. It's the Electronic Digital Revolution in Book Publishing, and it's also got a special chapter set up in it for people who want to self-publish to Kindle. So it's a how-to built into the ebook as well. And you can get it as a Kindle download or also as an iPad app.
Really, it's kind of your way of giving back what you learned over the past 20-some years, be it not only the design of maybe an ebook cover or a possibly book cover, or negotiating, which I'm sure takes place, or even looking for the next job down the road. They're pretty much going to learn a wide gamut from you as well.
They are, and anything that I can do to bring my experience to bear and help, that's what I'm all about. A few years ago, I actually went and pitched myself to the University of Denver's Summer Publishing Institute because I wanted to be part of giving back to my industry. It's a great industry to work for, and if you love books and love content and love what you do, that's what you need to do as being a person who's part of that industry, is give back, help the young people, help people who want to get their books done and not get ripped off while they're doing it. And that's exactly what the Book Kahuna is all about.
You heard it right there, folks, from the Book Kahuna right here in Broomfield, Colorado. Basically, you can check out the website on the bottom of the screen right there. On the website, you can subscribe to a lot of the blogs that he's got posting out there, putting videos out there, literally years and years of experience that he can lead you down a path that many times is going to be a lot quicker for you. He understands the industry. He also understands what it was like to start off, possibly like he said, he fell into the industry kind of by happenstance and then really enjoyed it and loved it and hasn't stopped educating yourself up until now. One of the things I see here with you is the fact that, like you say, giving back. Zig Ziglar said, if you help enough people get what they want out of life, you get what you want out of life. You're creating a win-win within this industry.
Zig Ziglar is one of my mentors, and I firmly believe that you can only get to a point where you are successful by making other people successful with you, and you all grow successful together. And that's what it's all about, especially in publishing. It's all
Especially in
about us.
publishing, especially in any industry out there, everybody helping give back. That is the Book Kahuna. That's Don Schmidt. Basically, he doesn't have all the answers in the industry, but he has many. He is the Book Kahuna. I love the name. I have to tell you, that's what caught our attention. Wanted to come down and sit with you. Last time viewers, on the bottom of the screen is the website. You can subscribe right there as well. And keep in mind, basically, if you're new to this industry and basically you're an independent author or looking to make your way up in the industry, Don will be here for you. That's professional publishing consultant here in Broomfield, Colorado. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.